Hey Mon! Okay, so before I start my video today, I have a few things that I wanted to say just in relation to your last video. So I kind of wish I had been filming myself when I watched your video, because when you made the How to Succeed in Business reference, there was just a loud yas that went around the apartment. And two, I'm totally stealing that idea of kind of filming yourself going throughout the day, because that seems like a lot of fun. So the bulk of this video was originally going to be me playing a song on the ukulele that I got while at TMEA, but I think we may have found something better for today's video. Let's head over to the living room. Okay, so when I was doing my homework this morning, Kristen found the comment board on Facebook about 50 Shades of Grey, and through that you found the
So someone else made it known that, oh, well, here's a link where you can go and read the whole book for free. I came and sat in your room and asked if you were busy.
Yes.
So I told her I made a bad life decision, and she immediately got really worried about me and what I was doing with my life. And I said that, well, I might have started reading a thing. And that's how this reaction video got started.
Yep. So these are some things that we just wanted to say about the first 5 to 8 chapters.
I read the first 8 chapters. I filled her in on like the first 5-ish.
We're coming at it from the right perspective of this is Twilight fanfiction, bad
representation of the BDSM community.
So, okay. For one, how it's so obvious who is who.
Oh, it's such an obvious Twilight fanfiction.
So obvious. Well, Monica's read it, so she knows.
Yeah. And I'm looking at this, I was like, oh gosh, I knew it was Twilight fanfic, but
she doesn't seem to grammar all that well. She's kind of awkward.
I might need to work on that.
Okay. I don't think I have any specific other things.
So are we getting to the thing that annoyed me?
I think we're going to get to the official thing.
Okay, so now we're going to get to the reason that Kristen is guest starring in this video. So going back to, you can tell who is who in this character. In the first one, or I think it's the first chapter, Jose comes in. I have strong feelings about Jose and his existence. So first of all, obviously he's Jacob. And so I guess she couldn't make him Native American just because, oh, well, that would just be too obvious because we don't already know. So she made him Mexican. He doesn't come off as, like, very, very Mexican. He doesn't seem like the type that would burst out into Spanish. Now, I say that when he's really not a very well-developed character. So just all of a sudden when he bursts out with, Dios mío, Ana, and I'm like, what? Where'd that come from? I guess we need to make him sound authentic. That's what we need. We need some authenticity. And then I got really upset. So there's this one scene. The scene itself didn't make me angry. It was the way it was written. So he's confessing his undying love. And so she's telling him that no, she's really not about it. He's a little at fault because he does continue and try and kiss her, but that's not the part that I have issue with. What I have issue with in this scene is he says, Ana, cariña, please. That's not a word. The word cariña does not exist. The word you're looking for is cariño. The word cariño is a noun that literally means affection, but is also used as a term of endearment, kind of like dear or darling or whatever the hell. Those kind of words, you leave those the same. You don't change them. So the fact that she did no research, like, I'm going to make him authentic and he's going to be a real Mexican, he's going to speak Spanish. And how well did that work? So that's my issue. This is my Chicana rant on Jose.
Okay, so your question from last week was, what was the last experience that made you a stronger person? I'm kind of debating on how to answer this one. Because I could either go the same way that you went, where like makes something physically stronger, which in that case it would just be kind of walking around campus. That is really kind of the only exercise I get. Or I could go the other way and interpret it as a deeper kind of question. And in that sense, I think in terms of the deeper aspects of this question, I'd probably have to say that the last thing that made me a stronger person was when I had to change majors. Because, like, you've gone through this. When you change majors, it kind of requires a lot of self-analyzation, or whatever the correct English term is. Like, if you go into college with a set major, you're planning on your life going that specific way, and then all of a sudden things don't work that way, and so now you have to really, like, rethink how you want to live your life and what you want to do. And so I think having to delve into that stuff kind of made me a stronger person, in that now I know more in depth, like, what I want. So yeah, so now it's time to find my question for this week. To our friend, the random number generator. Okay, so I got question 19. If you were immortal for a day, what would you do? Okay, so seeing as it says that you're only immortal for a day, I'm assuming that immortal means like Captain Jack type immortal versus like Twilight vampires kind of immortal. Also, like, how immortal does this mean? Like, am I still able to break bones? Will I still have to be in the hospital if I do something that breaks a bone afterwards and I just don't die and I just sit in months of pain? Like, do I have to consider that? I don't know. we're gonna say no. I'm going to say that immortal means that I am like Captain Jack and that I just can't die, and I'm going to say that I can't break any bones. There's no recovery required for anything that I do in my immortal day. But still, what would I do? Like, in all honesty, I feel like I'd prefer immortality in terms of time rather than immortality in terms of invincibility. Because if I had just like infinite time and it's like, okay, when I go to sleep, the day's over, then I could get so much done. But if it's just like, I'm invincible for 24 hours, I don't know. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to go with 2 routes here. And the 2 routes depend on how fragile I am during this day. Because if I'm invincible, like, you can't break my skin, I can't feel pain, I can't bleed, all that kind of stuff, then I would probably just go to a zoo and hang out with all these really dangerous animals, because, like, even if they get mad and attack me, then I can't get hurt, kind of thing. And that would just be awesome, like, just chill with a tiger, hang with an elephant, or, like, one of those, like, really, like, legit snakes, or something like that. That would be so cool. I can't get hurt, I can't feel pain, done. But on the other hand, like, if I can be completely ripped apart on the day of invincibility, then I would probably just go with something like climb a building, like free climb that thing with no like ropes, no nothing. But yeah, so that's my answer. I will be very interested to see how you interpret your day of being immortal and what your answer is, and I will see you on Wednesday. Okay, bye!